Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. There is a terrible disproportion between the number of vocoders in the world and the number of real-life vocoder use cases. Today we are going to talk about the Roland Boutique VP-03. This string machine, vocoder and shrink rate digital reissue of the legendary VP-330 didn't get off to a very good start when it was released back in 2017, and things only went downhill from there. At the first glance, VP-03 is ticking all the "I really tried to get hold of a D05 but it's not easy" boxes. Novelty toy retro flair augmented by the optional $100 keypad.
A tiny goose like a microphone, definitely not recommended by leading chiropractors.
Sliders of somewhat generous size compared to other boutiques. And super cute buttons following a vintage Roland color scheme. Just like the iconic original, it is a few mind-bogglingly stupid limitations we will talk about in a bit aside, capable of 4 things.
Insert your favorite famous VP-330 user here cosplay.
Bright 70s string machine pads. Pleasantly uncanny choir tones. And that one semi-useful preset pitch envelope Roland fortunately stopped putting in their instruments somewhere around 1980. While the string section is still limited to the strange paraphonic envelope behavior of the 1979 version. And the hi-fi style tone control. The choir section is, at least on a surface level, missing the traditional split functionality and was reduced to a male and a female set of voices and a lush ensemble effect. There is, however, a hidden menu that lets you set a demarcation line between 4-foot male and female voices. The 3 sections share the same release parameter and aforementioned pitch bend thingy.
In contrast to the vintage version, the vocoder can be tweaked further by dialing in a format of your choice.
Nice. Hear more of that in today's Patreon shoutout. All that seems like a respectful and compact take on yet another Roland icon. But there's also a dark side to the little boutique. Being based on analog divide-down oscillator technology, the VP-330 offered full and locked-into-phase polyphony, which makes the 6 prone-to-phase cancellation voices of the 03 seem like blasphemy. Adding insult to injury, there is, I shit you not, no physical carrier input. The only way to get external sources into the machine is by using USB audio, which requires A, a computer, B, a dedicated driver, and is C, a royal PITA for a long list of reasons. The 16-step sequencer is rather primitive. But there is a quirky sampling option.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And the chord memory is useful. I'm no expert when it comes to the authenticity of the VP-03 sounds, nor do I really care, but there are plenty of comparisons to both the original and Uli's analog take on the subject that make modern-day Roland look really bad. Speaking of, as soon as you factor in the subpar boutique keypad, the surprisingly rare VP-03 tends to be more expensive than the 2018 Vocoder. The boutique vocoder was released in a time when Roland was seemingly able to get away with everything. Is it one of the first synths that fell victim to the bee? You have already heard the 03 in today's intro tune that required a little dabbling in the dark DAW art, but still remained a symphony of horror. Let's try to keep the software-based interference to an absolute minimum in the first jam. Due to the presumably authentic sloppiness of the envelope, I had to pre-delay the sequenced chords in post, but I really liked the lush softness of the strings and gritty character of the choir tone. The sampling functionality is a rather strange addition to an otherwise conventional concept. Time to record a few fart noises and play some chords. That's an interesting feature. I'm happy I will never have to use it again. Yes, you can create edgier tones, but the workflow isn't exactly convenient and the results are mostly underwhelming. I wanna know if some basic DAW cheats can turn it into a modern sounding instrument in Take This Teenage Engineering. Roland pioneered completely useless vocal synthesis years before you brought your dreadful choir to the market. Preposterous proto-sci. VP3 more or less does what you would expect from the original, and it does all this reasonably well, with a few limitations. However, true string machine and vocoder connoisseurs will be missing the subtle nuances associated with both the vintage instrument and its analog clone. Actual keyboardists won't touch its 6-voice polyphony with a 10-foot pole, and instruments like the Waldorf Streichfett or Roland's very own VT series might be more interesting to knob twiddlers like me. Sometimes I'm grateful that our favorite synth brand is a multinational music technology behemoth, because given the unfathomable amount of products that didn't quite hit the mark, every other company would have had to close their doors years ago. Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below that support the channel regardless of what your bad gear gas commands you to buy. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting the channel, and welcome to the monthly Vocoder Shoutouts. After months of plugin processing and granular experiments, we are back to a classic vocoder with a twist of eventide processing. Tier 4.
Thomas a different man. Coriolis, I am Gregory. Silicon Basin.
6. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. See you next month.